Welcome Guardians, this is Drex with Extremis Gaming, and this is the video for Update 2.0, the very big one. And this changes so much, and over this video I'm going to show you as much as I've found that has changed, and if you happen to find anything that I missed in this video, please comment below. Alright, to start off, we're going to open up our character. And we'll see this little beautiful little 170 up here. This 170 is derived from all of your defense and offense or attack capabilities within your Guardian. As you can see, I got 170, 170, 170, 180, 170, 170, and 170, and so on. So what I found with this 180 and corresponding to 170 is that I should technically be like 171, 172, even though it says I'm just on the cusp of 171. But I believe currently we are capped at 170 up until the release of The Taken King. And as you can see, we have a specific spot for our artifacts. Artifacts will unlock at level 40, so we won't be dealing with that for a long, well, probably like the first day of The Taken King coming out, so not a big deal. So, moving on, you'll also notice that some of your legendaries and exotics have boosted a bunch in experience. I've noticed that a lot of my, specifically, let's just have a look here. Specifically my Vex Mythoclast, I was only about around this area, but they auto-completed it for me. So that's kind of awesome. Haven't had too much chance to actually use it, but no big deal. Alright, so heading over to our inventory. You might have known that there's a few things added, like armor materials. Armor materials will be the new Hadronic Essence, plasteel plating, and this crap sapphire wire. Another item that is going to be upgraded is these rocket launcher telemetries and, do I have anything? Yeah, fusion rifle telemetries. We're only going to have our primary, secondary, and heavy. So it's not like weapon class specific. Going back to the inventory, most of the stuff is going to become useless, but except for this, the jacklight, that will always be useful. I'm going to hold onto that until I get another 3 from Bungie next year, or next Halloween, which is going to be in the next 2 months. So I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that they either give us more of these or possibly just be able to buy them. I don't know. Alright, moving on over to our quest line. So, it has changed immensely. So you'll see in the bottom here we have all of our different reputations. I haven't really touched too much on the other factions, but don't need to go into that quite yet until we get to the tower. You'll also see the gunsmith. The gunsmith, I have some reputation with him. That's because I am currently testing out a few of his weapons, specifically the Suros TSR-10. This is one of the new weapons. They are common, 150 attack, in comparison to my Song of Iryu, that's a 160. So a common versus a legendary, they're pretty powerful. Alright, and also I have the Omelon Test RR1. I'll go into testing these a little bit later in this video because I'm going to show you the new Dinklebot's voice, I guess. Alright, so I think we can go ahead and go into this beautiful little map that they've created. So this looks, it feels more expanded, and I'm really excited for this because it frees up a lot of room. If you remember the previous one, it was really cramped from the previous 2 expansions, but now it's really expanded, and I feel like they're going to be adding a lot more stuff other than just this specifically spot here. So this is the Taken King. I believe this is going to be the Dreadnought here. And then if we have a look on Mars, we also have Phobos. We're also going to be having a mission there. Whether it's specifically right there, or if it's going to be another little section here, I'm not really sure. I did have a quick look, and I have not seen anything new on any of the new ones, or any of the other planets. The reef specifically. Now, moving over to our crucible. We have it's definitely changed since last week. We have 3 things up here, 2 in the bottom here. What they're all going to mean, I'm not 100% sure at this moment, but the biggest one is Rift. We're able to play Rift, and it's kind of like a basketball slash capture the flag type game type. And I played it. I enjoy it, and I think I'm going to give you guys a video a little bit later on it specifically. So until then, we'll move on to the tower. Alright, and we're back at the tower. So as you can see on the outside, things haven't really changed too much. But I'm going to take you on a nice little tour and then go through everything that I remember or seeing changed. So specifically, I'm going to go to the vault. The vault has been increased so much. So as you can see, we can hold 72 different weapons in here. So that's amazing in comparison to, I think I was almost full. I think that was the point in which I'd be full, because I got rid of a lot of stuff. Same with the armor, 72 pieces. I usually just keep my armor pieces on my characters. Obviously I haven't done that too much with my Titans and Hunters, but no big deal. And then specifically, this is the biggest one. This is the one that always killed me for space. 36 general items. So I'm not sure how many different things we're going to be getting in the Taken King, but I expect it's going to be a lot to be even remotely able to fill this up. But then again, I'm already close to halfway, so. Alright, so we have 3 different parts in the tower. The south, the vanguard, and the north. I'm going to start with the north, because I want to leave the south to last, because I'm going to save the best for last there. I think that what I'm going to show you guys is probably going to be the most exciting and rememberable thing in this entire video, so just keep tuned. Alright, so if we take a quick right, we're going to see a couple giant blue iPads. So if we have a look at the first one here, this is the emblem collection. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 full collections of these things. That's just, I never knew that there was that many in here, but there are, and I'm actually kind of excited to get at least a few of them. Obviously, a lot of them I do not have, and I'm really excited to get some of these guys. That's going to be cool. Specifically, Might of Vulcan. Ooh, I want that hammer, guys, even though I'm currently playing as my Warlock. Alright, take a right, and we're going to go over to our shaders. So we only have 2 collections here, still a lot of them. So the Taken King emblems here, I'm really excited for these. See if they actually look good anyways. And then activities, vendor, promotional, and raid. I think I have all of these. Do I have the Queen's Web? I think I do, yeah. And this is pretty much where you get all of your shaders if you need them again. And then you can also buy shaders from Eva Levant, I think.
A warlock, yes.
And yeah, emblems and shaders, so you can buy any of these if you'd like. Right now I do not have very much money because I spent close to 24,000 glimmer on upgrades for my weapons, which really are going to prove to be useless. So if you click on one of these guys, whether it's like any of the factions, it's going to immediately bring up this, and it's going to ask you to buy the faction badge. So when you buy this faction badge, it allows you to gain reputation for specifically them, and you can buy any of their weapons. I do not recommend, well, what I do recommend is getting all of your factions up to almost level 1, and then waiting until all the gear here changes to the new Taken King armor. You can also exchange for, I believe, Motes of Light for any of these, if you'd like. So, armor supplies, special ammo, anything like that.
Good luck out there.
Now, the most exciting part about this area here is if you're new to the update 2.0, you might not have realized that the speaker is selling new ghost shells. So the first two are for level 32 only. Well, not only, but up to level 32. The next two are for level 34 and then 36 respectively. My assumption is that we're going to be getting a bunch of different ghost shells throughout the game, and I'm very, very excited, specifically if they provide one for the raid, because I think like an Oryx kind of looking ghost shell, that'd be freaking sweet. Anyways, so I specifically bought the Verdant shell because it detects and marks nearby relic iron formations. The reason why I picked this one is because relic iron is usually the hardest to see when it's on Mars. As for in respect to helium for the wintry sky or winter sky shell, I think helium is pretty easy to see, but I also really like the blue, so I don't know. I might change it up or just buy both. It doesn't matter. So as you can see, they the ghost shells provide defense. So if we go back into your character, like I said before, defense factors into your late level, so it's all rounded from here. So, moving on, and I'm really excited to see what kind of legendary, and I don't know if there's going to be a exotic ghost shell, because you're only allowed to have. Well, I'll show you in a second when we get to the Vanguard. I doubt there's going to be one. Alright, when we get back down to the Vanguard here, you're going to immediately see Eris Morn, and if you don't, you will when you go up. So Eris Morn has changed positions, and she is currently carrying less stuff than she was previous to the update 2.0. So she's carrying all the different kinds of like emerald or the different bond or class items. So we also have consumables, special and heavy animal synthesis, and Mark of the Hidden, Cloak of the Hidden, and Song of Dusk. I'm not really much of a person that really cares about that kind of stuff, but no big deal. So you'll also see Lord Shax and Crucible Quartermaster in their usual positions. Now, the only thing that actually, no, I'm going to move that until the next part here. So when you go to talk to your specific Vanguard person, specifically for me, Ikora Ray, you'll so that means go and also notice that there are these things called legendary. Be going away. I would not suggest buying armor until next week, but that means you're going to have to get some legendary marks. Backing up, we see these two beautiful iPad-looking things that are the most important, in my mind anyways. So, we're going to go to Collection 2, and we're going to have a look at all the different blueprints that we've found in Year 1. So I pretty much have all of them except for Dreg's Promise and Queenbreaker's Bow. Oh, and Necrochasm. I'm working on that one. So I pretty much have everything else except for those. And then if you go back to the Collection 1, you'll notice that some of the ones that I've already unlocked, specifically The Last Word, Zero's Regime, Bad Juju, and Red Death, and so on, they will be upgraded to 280 attack in comparison to 160 or 170. I think it's 170, yes. So these are 280 attack. They're way more powerful, and I think 280 is currently the max of the Taken King. I'm not 100% sure on this because we have not had a chance to get our hands on it and get to the max level. So, but then it leaves to assume that there are so many different little missing exotic blueprints. Like, look at this. We're going to have so many things to play with, and I'm really excited to unlock them all. Then we're going to move over to the armor for exotics. Again, I'm going to go to Collection 2. So I have every single one of these this time. I know I do, because I'm carrying them all. So, we have the possibility of buying any of these if we want. As long as you have the Glimmer and the exotic shards, you can buy any of them, no problem. Then if we head over to the exotic blueprints for collection 1, you'll see that we have helmets, gauntlets. Oh, we do have class items. Oh no, class items, of course. Really exotic class items. Not sure how useful those are going to be, but I guess we'll see. And then body armor and another set of class items. And that might be a ghost shell, maybe. But I guess we'll have to see. Alright, we're going to turn around again and head over to the right. This is probably going to be one of the most useful things specifically for a specific gun. A Stranger's Call should be in on this side. I've already done it on this character because as many of you have done, all the year 1 players, they probably got rid of the Stranger's Rifle. And if you have a quick look in your inventory, if you still have it, the Stranger's Rifle is a legendary now. So it's only got 110 attack. It can still be upgraded with low legendary marks, but at this point it doesn't really matter until the Taken King comes out. But this is the way that you get the Stranger's Rifle back if you have not, or if you've already dismantled it. So click on the Stranger's Call and go through and finish the game, and you should be good to go to get it again. Because the reason why we'd like the Stranger's Rifle is because it's going to become an upgradable exotic in the future. How? I'm not sure, but we're going to find out soon enough. Alright, and we're going to come up over to this guy over here, the gunsmith. As I said before, I did a couple things with, or I requested a test with these weapons here, and so far they're pretty interesting. They're definitely different. And again, I'm going to get into and play with them in a little bit, specifically with this guy and that guy. And I wonder if there's another. Oh no, I don't have enough money. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to test different weapons here, and then every Wednesday he's going to be giving you a weapon drop. Correct me if I'm wrong in the terminology, but he's going to be giving you a weapon that you ended up testing out, I think. Alright, now for my favorite area here. Okay, we're not quite at the most exciting part about the video yet, but so you can go to the shipwright. You can buy all the stuff here because it also pertains to accessing the ships and all the different collections. So as you can see, there are so many different ships that you can actually buy. More or less, they're all the exact same, but specifically the ones that are really interesting are all these Taken King ones. That one looks pretty cool if it loads. Oh, there we go. Nice. Specifically, the one that I want to really look at is this guy here, the Agonarch Carve. This is if you either beat or, yes, probably just beating the raid for the Taken King, and you get this bony-looking, sinewy ship that just screams awesomeness. And obviously you can see the others. Then if we head to the left here, we're going to also see the sparrows. And there we go. So you'll see that there's a bunch of different sparrows. The raid sparrows, the vanguard sparrows, crucible, your basic, and upgraded. And head over to collection 2, the promotional tumbler, and all the upgraded 2. Alright, now it's time for my favorite thing of the entire update. Head down here and head to the right, and you're going to see this big blue iPad. This is the most amazing thing in the entire update. Point. Hope I got you guys. But this is going to be the area that we're going to have a bunch of emote collections. We can, if you head into your character, you go down to the down arrow. You can, I assume, change things here. change what you want to do with that point. I'm really hoping for a middle finger, possibly even a moon, or just, you know, maybe even a fist bump. That'd be kind of cool. Fist bump your friends. I don't know. And that's it for the tower that I have noticed. If you have not seen anything, or if you've not seen anything on this video, then please let me know, and I'll make sure that I don't screw up next time. Alright, now that we're back, I'm going to start up a mission where Dinklebot will be talking, and I'm going to test out some of the different weapons as well. Let's head over to the moon and the Dark Beyond. One other thing that I did notice is that when you pick a mission, you can change it to light level 240. So you would need a light level of 240 in order to even have a possibility of beating it. Right now, like I said before, 170 I believe is our highest until next week. So don't even chance. You can chance it. I'd love to see you guys be able to try and do it, but I highly doubt it's going to be very possible. So let's go ahead and launch this and listen to our old friend.
I used to look up here at night and wonder what the Hive were doing, but the only activity I could ever pick up was hazy, like it was blocked or buried.
Gotta love how my ship's going right through the ground. Alright, so what did you guys think of Nolan North's voice for Dinklebot? I don't mind it. There are certain parts where I'm just like, that doesn't sound right. And there are other parts that I'm just like, you know, I like it a lot better.
But he just disappeared. Let's pick up his trail. His
Alright.
last known coordinates are up ahead.
Let's test out some of these weapons, and then I think that'll be it for this video. But as you can see, the rocket launcher is sweet. It's just freaking huge. It looks like a shark. Nom, 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 nom. So as you can see, this one's very boxy, but it kind of feels like the Mida multi-tool. I'll show you why in a little bit. Don't want you to shoot me. Come on. Ooh, I am not doing good with this gun. Now, I've got some heavy. So let's try this guy out. Loading up like normal, and then shablam! Suck it. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you liked it enough to subscribe, you know what to do.